Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Your footsteps on the hallway always tell me when you're close. It's the simple things you carry that I end up needing most. You move with quiet comfort, like the calm before the rain. And every time you look at me, I feel steady once again. I've been learning not to overthink every moment that we share. Sometimes love is just the softness in the way you show you care. 'Cause I feel closer when you're near, like the world slows down enough. You turn the noise into a whisper, you turn the rough edges to dust. I don't need 1,000 answers, just the warmth of being here. Everything feels clearer every time you're near. You listen without pushing when my thoughts get tangled tight. You remind me I'm allowed to take my time and get it right. Your presence feels like rhythm, something steady, something true. I never knew that peace could come from someone seeing you. I used to run from letting in anything that felt too real, but you made honesty feel lighter, something I can finally feel. 'Cause I feel closer when you're near, like the world slows down enough. You turn the noise into a whisper, you turn the rough edges to dust. I don't need 1,000 answers, just the warmth of being here. Everything feels clearer. Maybe love is just alignment, two hearts learning when to lean. Not perfection, not performance, just the space to breathe between. And if tomorrow brings a challenge, I won't hide the way I would. 'Cause every time you stand beside me, I wanna meet the world for good. 'Cause I feel closer when you're near, like a truth I can't ignore. You're the calm inside my chaos, you're the place I look for more. I don't need a map for loving, all I need is being here. Everything feels brighter every time you're near. Every time you're near. Every time you're near. You sit beside me quietly, scrolling through your phone. Nothing big is happening, but somehow it feels like home. The way you lean a little closer without thinking what it means. That's the kind of love that stays, even in the in-betweens. I used to think connection needed something loud to start, but you showed me it grows steady when it's coming from the heart. You make it easy to love with the way you look at me, with the softness in your laughter, with the truth you let me see. Nothing forced and nothing hidden, just a warmth I'm learning of. Yeah, you make it easy, you make it easy to love. You ask me how I'm really doing, not the version I pretend. And when I share the messy parts, you don't try to recommend. You just listen with intention, like my feelings have a place. And I swear that simple kindness feels like sunlight on my face. I didn't know affection could feel gentle enough, but you teach me every moment that love doesn't have to bluff. You make it easy to love with the way you look at me, with the softness in your laughter, with the truth you let me see. Nothing forced and nothing hidden, just a warmth I'm learning of. Yeah, you make it easy, you make it easy to love. If the days turn heavy someday, or the nights feel rough to get through, I know I'll still find comfort in the honesty of you. You got a way of grounding every part of who I am, and I hope you feel that safety every time you take my hand. You make it easy to love, every moment, every try, every time you let me see you, every soft and truthful side. I don't need a perfect promise, I just need what we're made of. Yeah, you make it easy, you make it easy to love. I've been waking up a little lighter, like the weight is learning how to fade. The shadows on the ceiling aren't as loud as yesterday. Your memory used to hold me in a place I couldn't move, but now the quiet has a rhythm, one I'm finally growing to. I'm not running from the truth now, I'm just learning how to bend. Every bend becomes a lesson when you stop trying to defend. I'm getting closer to the daylight, closer to the man I couldn't be. Every breath feels a little clearer, every step is setting something free. I'm not waiting for the past to fix me, I'm just walking in my own right. I'm getting closer to the daylight, and it feels like I'm alive. There were days I held the silence, like a shield around my chest. Thought if I stayed hidden I'd avoid the deeper mess, but healing has a softness that you only learn with time. It shows the cracks with honesty till the pieces realign. Now the mirror feels forgiving in a way I never knew. Not because I've got the answers, just because I'm facing truth. I'm getting closer to the daylight, closer to the man I couldn't be. Every breath feels a little clearer, every step is setting something free. I'm not waiting for the past to fix me, I'm just walking in my own right. I'm getting closer to the daylight. It feels like I'm alive. It gets heavy, I remember where I've been, how the darkest nights once taught me what it means to stand again. And though you're part of how I started, you don't hold the place I grow. Some goodbyes aren't about losing, they're about the strength you're. Now getting closer to the daylight, letting go of who I try to be, the clues that was missing now rising up inside of me. I'm not searching for the old direction, the new one finally feels right. I'm getting closer to the daylight, and the world is turning bright. There's a quiet in your presence that my heartbeat leans into, like the world grows soft around me every time I look at you. You don't speak in grand expressions, just a glance that feels divine, as if the universe grows smaller when your fingers slip in mine. I never knew what comfort meant until you taught me how to breathe, how a touch can hold a story only tenderness can read. And this is where your love begins, in the space between your sighs, in the softness of your footsteps, in the truth behind your eyes. I don't need 1,000 reasons or a perfect place to land. My heart learns how to open where your love begins again. You move gently through the evening, like the moon inside a room, turning shadows into color, turning silence into blue. And I feel my edges soften when you whisper something small, how a simple word from you can be enough to break my fall. I used to think love needed fire, something fierce and undefined, but you showed me it's devotion in the way you intertwine. And this is where your love begins, in the space between your sighs, in the softness of your footsteps, in the truth behind your eyes. I don't need 1,000 reasons or a a perfect place to land. My heart learns how to open where your love begins again. If tomorrow turns uncertain and the world feels hard to hold, I'll remember how you steady me with a kindness pure and bold. You're the echo in my spirit, you're the warmth beneath my skin, you're the quiet revelation where a better life begins. 'Cause this is where your love begins, in the way you simply stay, in the gentle things you offer that outshine the loudest day. I'm becoming someone softer, someone brave enough to win, all because you showed me where your love begins. Where your love begins. There's a softness in your breathing that I trace when nights are long, like a quiet kind of poetry wrapped inside a gentle song. You don't know the way you move me when you tilt your head my way, how your silence holds a meaning that no words could ever say. You carry light so subtly, like the dawn that breaks too slow. And loving you feels sacred, something only hearts can know. It's the way your heart speaks, even when you don't. In the curve of your laughter, in the truths you never quote. You're the rhythm in my breathing, the warmth beneath my sleep. I learn a different kind of love. You hold tenderness like water, soft but stronger than it seems. You remind me love is quiet long before it ever screams. And I find myself unraveling in the safety of your hands, like the parts of me once fragile, finally learning how to land. You teach me without trying, you calm me without touch. I never knew that gentle could ever feel this much. It's the way your heart speaks, even when you don't. In the curve of your laughter, in the truths you never quote. You're the rhythm in my breathing, the warmth beneath my sleep. I learn a different kind of love, in the way your heart speaks. If the world grows loud and heavy, you're the hush within the storm. You turn chaos into comfort, you turn ordinary warm. And if ever words escape me, no, my soul still tries to reach for the language in your presence that my voice could never teach. It's the way your heart speaks, soft as sunrise on the skin. Every moment spent beside you feels like truth beneath the wind. You're the meaning I keep finding in the spaces calm and deep. I learn love by loving you, in the way your heart speaks. In the way your heart speaks. You walk in with that quiet glow, like the evening follows you. There's a softness in your steps, like you're carrying something true. You don't rush to take attention, you just settle in a view. But somehow every moment shifts when the light leans into you. And I've learned that real connection doesn't need a grand debut. It happens in the small things only hearts can listen through. It's the way you light the room, turn shadows into grace. How your laughter folds the silence till it feels like a safe place. You don't even try to shine, you just glow as you are in bloom. Everything feels brighter in the way you light the room. There's a patience in your presence, one I lean on without fear. You make space for all my pieces, even ones I keep unclear. And when you brush your hand against me, it's a quiet, steady sign that love lives in the moments where your heart aligns with mine. I used to think affection had to sparkle out, burn so fast, but you show me gentle fire is the kind that tends to last. Oh, it's the way you light the room, turning shadows into grace. How your laughter folds the silence till it feels like a safe place. You don't even try to shine, you just glow as you are in bloom. Everything feels brighter in the way you light the room. If the night grows dim or fragile, if the day forgets it's you, I will lean into the warmth that I always find in you. You're the flicker in the darkness, you're the glow that won't consume. You burn soft, you burn steady like a candle made of truth. It's the way you light the room, how you make the quiet sweet, how your presence pulls me closer without needing words to meet. No, you don't pretend to shine, it's just something you naturally take. And I love the world much deeper in the way you light the room. In its shadows into grace. You sit beside me quietly, like the moment's meant to stay. There's a softness in your breathing that pulls every fear away. You don't speak in heavy promises, you just meet me where I stand. And somehow that's enough to let my guard fall from my hands. I've wandered through 1,000 thoughts, but you find the one that's true. Love feels less like guessing games and more like choosing you with your heart in my hands. I feel steady, I feel clear, like the world can't shake the truth of what we're slowly building here. You don't have to say you love me for my soul to understand. I can feel the way you trust me with your heart in my hand. Ooh, you laugh in quiet undertones that settle gently in my chest. It's the sound of something honest, of a love that roots and rests. And when you lean a little closer, it's like time forgets to move. All the noise fades into nothing when your warmth is next to me. Yeah, I never knew that tenderness could hold power soft and grand. But you shift the shape of everything with one touch of your hand. With your heart in my hands, I feel steady, I feel clear, like the world can shake the truth of what we're slowly building here. You don't have to say you love me for my soul to understand. I can feel the way you trust me with your heart in my hand. If the night grows faint and fragile, if the path becomes unsure, I'll remember how you chose me with a quiet, gentle cure. Not with fireworks or thunder, not with words you can't repeat, but with presence, calm, and honesty in the spaces where we meet. With your heart in my hands, I hold every part you give. Not to claim it, not to keep it, just to help it rise and live. And if love grows slow and certain, like the waves along the sand, then I'm grateful for the journey with your heart in my hands. With your heart in my hands. You, yeah, yeah. You, oh. You're walking with that sunshine grin, kicking off your shoes again. You say something kinda silly just to see me try not to grin. And every little move you make feels like a spark across my day. You turn the smallest moments into reasons I wanna stay. I never knew that laughter could feel tender like a touch. You bring joy without trying. Baby, that already means so much. You make my days feel easy, like the world's a little light, like everything I'm carrying gets softer overnight. You don't even have to try, love just happens effortlessly. Yeah, you make my days feel easy just by being here with me. A little in the kitchen when your favorite song appears, and you pull me in beside you, even though I act unsure at first. But your smile breaks my hesitation, your touch turns all my doubt around, and suddenly I'm spinning with you, feet barely touching the ground. You make my ordinary feel like something bright and new. I don't look for magic anymore, I just look for you. You make my days feel easy, like the world's a little light, like everything I'm carrying gets softer overnight. You don't even have to try, love just happens effortlessly. Yeah, you make my days feel easy unfold. You make my days feel easy. With your laughter, with your light, with the way you take my hand, like everything's already right. No, you don't have to try at all. Your love comes naturally. Yeah, you make my days feel easy, and that's where I wanna be. I've been sitting with the memories that I never let unfold. You gave love in steady portions. I gave stories left untold. There's a light above the table where you used to rest your hands. It flickers like it's asking if I ever made amends. You kept leaning in the moments that I wasn't brave to meet. I thought distance meant protection, but it left you incomplete. And now I see all the ways you tried, in the patience you kept close, in the quiet way you listened, in the questions you proposed. I was tangled in my shadows. You were reaching from the side. Now I finally understand you, and all the ways you tried, and all the ways you tried. You'd move gently through the morning, never rushing me to speak. You believed a heart grows stronger when you let it find its peak. But I held mine like an anchor, thinking wait was how you love. I mistook your open kindness for something I felt unworthy of. You weren't asking for perfection, just the truth I failed to give. You can't love behind a boundary and expect the rest to live. And now I see all the ways you tried, in the patience you kept close, in the quiet way you listened, in the questions you proposed. I was tangled in my shadows. You were reaching from the side. Now I finally understand you, yeah. And all the ways you tried. If healing takes its time, and I'm willing now to wait. I'm learning how to honor every feeling that came late. You're a chapter with a purpose, not a wound I need to hide. You're the push that shaped my courage, soft but strong enough to guide. And now I see all the ways you tried, and they follow where I grow. Not to keep me in the past, but to show me what you know. Love was never something broken, just the truth I misapplied. I'm becoming who you wish for, and all the ways you tried, all the ways you ooh, hey. Ooh, hey. brush your hand against my sleeve, like you're asking if I'm here. And every time you do that thing, it pulls my whole world near. Your smile has this quiet way of settling the noise inside, like the moment finds its rhythm when you're standing by my side. I used to hide my feelings, thinking laughter meant it proved, but you showed me gentle whispers can be loud enough as true. So hold me like you do, like the night can't break the calm, like space between your fingers is exactly where I belong. I don't need a perfect moment, I just need one next to you. Everything feels honest when you hold me like you do. You tilt your head and ask me things no one's ever cared to know. You trace the meaning in my silence, like you're reading it slow. Your presence feels like music, soft as chords against my skin. You make room for every heartbeat, like you know where they've been. I never learned to trust this fast, but with you it doesn't scare. Love feels less like losing ground and more like learning how to share. So hold me like you do, like the night can't break the calm, like the space between your fingers is exactly where I belong. I don't need a perfect moment, I just need one next to you. Everything feels honest when you hold me like you do. Maybe love is in the details, in the things that feel so small. How you breathe when you're beside me, how I answer when you call. And if tomorrow feels uncertain, I'll still meet it standing true. Cause nothing feels more certain than the way I fit with you. So hold me like you do, with that quiet steady fire, with the touch that turns my heartbeat into something I admire. I don't need to understand it, I just need to fall into everything that's real when you hold me like you do. You walk into the morning with your hair still slightly curled. You laugh at how I'm staring, said I always see the world. But honestly it's simple, you're the calm inside my day. Every worry feels a little lighter when you look my way. You don't try to be perfect, you just show up as you are, and somehow that's enough to turn the ordinary into stars. It's in every little thing you do, the way you smile, the way you move, oh, how you say my name so softly, like it's something you once knew. Ooh, I don't need a big reason, loving you just feels like truth. My whole heart gets brighter. And every little thing you do. You fold the blanket sideways, even though they're never straight. You sing off key on purpose, just to make the mornings great. And I pretend I'm bothered, ooh, but I'm grateful that it's you, the one who brings a kind of joy I never thought I'd stumble into. Ooh, you don't chase after magic, but but you find it in the day. And being close to someone like you teaches love a softer way. It's in every little thing you do, the way you smile, the way you move, ooh, how you say my name so softly, like it's something you once knew. I don't need a bigger reason. Loving you just feels like truth. My whole heart gets brighter. And every little thing you. Maybe this is what they mean when they talk about real love. Not fireworks or promises, just the comfort of enough. And if tomorrow brings us change, I'll still fall the same way too, right into the simple moments that I only get with you. It's in every little thing you do, even when you don't try. In the kindness in your whisper, in the warmth beneath your sigh. I don't need a perfect picture, just the world I share with you. My days feel sweeter in every little thing you do. In every little thing you do. In every little thing you do. The morning hits the doorway with a softness I can't shake. It settles on your old coat like it knows the shape you make. I never learned to notice all the ways you held the room, how your presence made the shadows feel less heavy, less consumed. I carried doubt like armor, even when you reached inside. I kept guarding what was fragile till I pushed out what I'd hide. But that's what the light remembers, every truth I couldn't say. Every moment you were patient while I drifted far away. Now the quiet paints it clearer, and the truth falls soft like embers. Love was brighter than I realized. I signed. That's what the light remembers. I found the note you tucked away in the pocket of your coat. Your words were barely written, but they carried all you wrote. You don't have to meet perfection, just be honest when you can. I wish I held those lines much sooner when I wasn't yet a man. You stood steady in the storm while I kept searching for a sign. I thought silence meant composure, but it only weakened mine. But that's what the light remembers, every truth I couldn't say. Every moment you were patient while I drifted far away. Now the quiet paints it clearer, and the truth falls soft like embers. Love was brighter than I realized. That's what the light remembers. If growing means forgiving all the versions of your past, then I'm learning how to hold every feeling as it lasts. You're a chapter I revisit when I need to see what's right. Not to open all beginnings, but to step toward my own light. And that's what the light remembers. Not the heartbreak, not the fall, but the way you shaped my courage when I barely stood at all. You're a quiet kind of blessing that the dawn repeats and tremors. Love was brighter than I realized. that's what the light remembers.